Well, good afternoon. Today is Friday, July the 31st, and it's my pleasure to bring the most recent update for the city of Belleville during these COVID-19 times. And today, if you can guess where I am in the Moira River. The recent level 2 drought conditions in parts of our city are such that the water has dropped so much, and so we're seeing parts of the river that we've never seen before. And while I was authorized to come down here today for this safely, this is not an area that members of the public can go to, but I thought it would be neat for you to see where we are. I can provide an update. Today, for the first time since May the 18th, we've had a new confirmed case of COVID-19 in our health board region. It's one, and the health unit wants us to make sure that everyone understands this was a travel-related issue. It was not something that came from community transmission here in our region. Someone had traveled outside and came back with it. So while we've had 17,575 tests in this region, we are doing so well, but we still have to remain vigilant. And if you're traveling, be careful where you go. When you're out and about, make sure you wash your hands, you're wearing a mask whenever you go indoors, and you're maintaining social distancing. Earlier today, we were over at the cooling center, and while today the cooling center for the city of Belleville was not activated, on days that it is activated, it's an operation from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And William is the person that usually is working there, and he'll welcome you when you arrive on site. He'll take some information from you, and then there is a room where you can go in and cool down. The cooling center is not being used as much as I think it should be, and I know there are a number of residents that don't have air conditioning in their homes, and I really encourage you to go and use it. Hot temperatures really can have a negative impact on your health, and so please use it. Transit is free to go to the sports center, and if you need any help, well, of course people will help you there as well, but there is water and there is a quiet, cool place to be so that you can cool down during these really hot times. A couple of information updates we wanted to provide everybody. So as of tomorrow, August the 1st, we have a new waste and compost provider starting tomorrow. E360 Solutions with the big yellow trucks will be providing garbage and composting pickup in the city. We want to remind everybody to have all of your items that you want picked up out by 7 a.m. Because the schedules for these companies sometimes change, and we're getting a number of people who have missed having their pickup because they thought it was coming in the afternoon. You have to have it out by 7 a.m. The city will not come back and pick it up. You'll have to hold it for another week. So I encourage you to put it out the night before or that morning. If you have any questions or any concerns while we go through this transition for E360 Solutions, you can always call our customer line at 613-968-6481. Normally it is Heather that answers the phone there, and she'd be happy to speak with you about any issues. As I mentioned earlier, Quinte Conservation this week issued a level 2 drought alert to people in our region. And so if you were on well water, or if you were getting your water from the Moira River, you will know that we have not had rain for many weeks, and it's getting to be a problem. So we've gone to a voluntary 20% water reduction in those areas. But if you are on City of Belleville water, there is no need to be concerned. We're basically about 15 centimeters above normal for this time of the year for Lake Ontario in the Bay of Quinte. That's where we get our water source from. There are no requirements or any requests for you to change your consumption of water. But if you are on well and you are on river water, we ask you to mind this voluntary restriction. And also know that the Belleville commercial water system is here for you. And here's a number of companies, commercial carriers that are licensed to take potable water, which is clean drinking water, and that can help you, as well as we made an offer to our surrounding municipalities for that. Next week, we're going to be doing a ribbon cutting for the Boulevard expansion, where we've gone from 2 lanes to 4 lanes, and we're going to be activating the traffic lights in front of the casino. Now, I know the casino's not operating right now, but when they opened and when they were in operation, that's a very busy part of Bell Boulevard, and we know that they will be back at some point in the future. So we have had a very successful spring getting that construction project going, so we'll be activating the lights. They will only work when people are leaving the casino parking lot, but We're very excited about that. But I would say both for Boulevard and that construction zone, as well as Dundas Street East and all construction zones, I'm going to give everyone a little bit of a warning, a little bit of a hint. We have had numerous complaints about people speeding through those areas. It is very dangerous, not just for the drivers, but also for the workers. And it is a very hefty fine. And heads up, there will be enforcement of that in those areas. So I encourage everyone to slow down, take a little bit longer, get there safer, and let's save a life. This week we had a number of wonderful announcements. Yesterday we had two fantastic ones. The first one was Parkdale, the Parkdale Park in the Field of Ability. We're adding an accessible playground to that area, and that is thanks to a $75,000 donation from Our Kids. Our Kids Foundation is the successor to the Medigas Classic Golf Tournament and the Mahar tournament that has raised so much money over the years. Over 30 years they've been raising money to contribute to helping kids in our community, and they stepped up yesterday with $75,000. I want to thank Randy McFarlane and Jack Miller and everybody that's involved, Boyd Sullivan and all the volunteers over the years. We really appreciate it. That's going to pay for about 40% of that playground, and the rest we will pick up the difference, and we expect to have that playground equipment completed by late this fall. And yesterday afternoon, finally, after a lot of years, I believe I've worked on this project for 6 years. The Stanley Park reopened a playground. There was a playground there before. I remember in the last election campaign, I filmed a video using that park as an example of where we needed to reintroduce playground equipment so children can play closer to their home. And we were able to do that yesterday. That's at the at Forest Hill Crescent and Edge Hill Road. And as I said yesterday in my comments, that playground equipment is an example, or it's a testament to how you can get involved at the local level if you want to run for office and be able to do something. Early on, I identified neighbors and people in the area came to me and told me that they needed that playground equipment reintroduced. I identified it as an issue, and I worked through it all last term, and I'm so happy to have been cutting the ribbon yesterday. It's going to be a great addition, and it's so nice to hear the children's laughter. It's so innocent and so contagious. They were having such a wonderful time as they laughed and giggled and played, and I'm looking forward to seeing that in the next little while. The last thing I want to touch on today, as we get into this long weekend, is to continue to encourage everyone to go to our pop-ups down at Zwick's Park, to look at the downtown district, to give business to our retailers that were closed during the year, and really celebrate these relaxation measures that we've had. But I do want to take a moment. Yesterday was a big day for the city of Belleville. It was the 1-year anniversary that our new CAO, Rod Bove, has been in his new job. Rod had worked for the city for 34 years through a variety of ways, working his way up to the Director of Development and Engineering Services. And last year, we appointed him to this new role, and he has been doing a terrific job. And I give a lot of credit to the progress the city has made over the last year to Rod and all of the employees that are working so hard. So congratulations to Rod Bove. We have more things to work on in the future. We're looking forward to working with him. And all of council joins me in saying congratulations. Have a good long weekend. Enjoy yourselves. And next week we'll be back with some more news for the city of Belleville as we deal with these COVID-19 times.